And we're live. What's going on, everybody? What a great night we have here. Another stream, first time streaming this week. It's been a while, almost a full week since our last live stream. We've got a great divisional game tonight between the Buffalo Sabres and Toronto Maple Leafs. Important 2 points on the line for both of these teams, who are both in a very stacked up Atlantic division right now, fighting for spots in the playoffs. And this is also a very, very important stream, as tonight we raise money for Hockey Fights Cancer. All money donated during the stream tonight will be given to Hockey Fights Cancer. This is for Oscar Lindblom. This is for everyone who deals with cancer. This is for everyone fighting for their lives right now. We are looking to raise a lot of, as much money as we can tonight. Let's have a great stream. And hopefully we have a good night tonight. This is a huge game for both of these teams, an important divisional game for the Maple Leafs and Sabres, and also a very big night for this channel. If this goes well, I think I'm going to start maybe doing one of these a year, where it's just like a Hockey Fights Cancer stream once per season. Looks like we got some people filtering into the chat here. Thank you guys so much for watching. We've got Bill Peters, DMV, Maddie, Adam, Nick. Thank you guys all so much for watching. Great to see you all in the chat already. Remember, guys, to please drop that like, give this stream a thumbs up. Thank you so much, Maddie. We got our first donation of the night. This is all going to Hockey Fights Cancer. Maddie with the $1.99. I'm keeping track of everything, so I make sure I get it all right at the end of the night. But we got our first donation of the night from Maddie. Thank you so much, man. Let's get some hype in the chat for Maddie. That's awesome. First one of the night. The game hasn't even started yet. There's a nice $2 donation for Hockey Fights Cancer, and we are off and rolling on this stream. Remember, guys, to please hit that thumbs up button and give the stream a like. The more likes, the more people will see this and be able to join the stream, and then the more successful this stream will be and this night will be. So that's really, really appreciated, guys. And of course, Maddie, that's awesome, man. I am so thankful. We're off to a good start already before the game even starts. That's just fantastic. Hey, what's going on, Rob? Hey, TTC, welcome both of you to the stream. Thank you guys so much for tuning in. Really, really appreciate having you here. This light is reflecting off the sign really bad tonight. You can't even read it. How are we doing here? I'm ready for a funny story, DMV, if you got one. So certainly do not be afraid to drop that funny story. Yeah, of course I remember you, Nick. Welcome to the stream, man. Thanks so much. Thank you so much for tuning in tonight and watching. It's really appreciated. Hey, yeah, it's almost break time for you guys in school. That's fantastic. I'm sure a lot of you guys will be really happy about that. Bill Peters lost his job. Yes, he did, for comments he made, very bad comments he made years ago. All right, DMV says on Thursday he was at lunch and one of the teachers that everyone loves dressed up as Santa, and your friend told him that he wants a big black dildo. That's actually pretty funny, DMV. That's a classic high school story there. We used to do stuff like that all the time. That is really, really funny. Just kids never change around Christmas time, that's for sure. Hey, thank you, Ben. I really, really appreciate that, man. I'm just glad you could stop in and say hello. I completely understand if you can't stay long. I know a lot of people have other things going on, but I really appreciate you guys stopping in, and all those likes, even if you're only here for a minute, all those likes and those views help out this stream to get more people in here. So it really, really does help out that you guys stop in to say hi. Let's see. Nick says a kid at your school got his knee dislocated because he got hit in the knee with a pipe. Ouch. That does not sound like a fun time. That really, really hurts. TTC loves Christmas. That's awesome, man. It's always a great time of year this around now. It's a lot of fun. I'm a big fan as well. Hey, Alexander, welcome to the stream, man. Thank you for tuning in. Appreciate it. The Leafs want Georgiev, Georgiev and Cece in a third. Oh yeah, I mean, I 100%. I think the goalie from the Rangers. I 100% think if that's someone that the Leafs are after, he could really help out their goaltending situation. 100%. And yeah, if Toronto can dump Cece, I think that would be a good move on their part. I mean, he's a free agent at the end of this year anyway. He's probably going to be gone. So if Toronto can move Cece in a trade and get a good goaltender like Georgiev in return, I would 100% do that. I 100% agree with you, Alex. I'm not sure. They very well could be. I think the Leafs at this point are probably looking just about anywhere to get goaltending help. Obviously, Michael Hutchinson is not cutting it as the backup goaltender, so they've got to do something. Anderson hasn't been bad this year, but he's got no help. He's got no help, and that's really hurting the Maple Leafs, I think. So if they can somehow get goaltending help through trade or somewhere, Europe, anywhere, I think that's going to be a good move for the Maple Leafs to try and make. Hey, THG's in the chat. What's going on, man? Thank you so much. Thank you so much for watching. Really appreciate it. Yes, Tammy, I will be calling play-by-play once the game starts. I try and keep up. It's a mix of keeping up in the chat and responding to you guys and calling what's going on the ice as well. But I will certainly keep you updated with everything, important that happens. Goals, big hits, fights, penalties, stuff like that. 100% will be calling all of that, and also trying to respond in the chat as much as I can. I want to thank you guys all for watching tonight. Really appreciate having you here. Yeah, absolutely, THG. Hopefully it's a great one tonight. This is an important stream as all money donated tonight will be donated to Hockey Fights Cancer. This is we're fighting for Oscar Lindblom. We're fighting for everyone in the world affected by cancer, and just every little bit that we can do is helpful. And obviously horrible news out of Philadelphia and Oscar Lindblom in his bone cancer diagnosis. Just think that that there's certainly something that we all can do to help. So we already have one $2 donation from Maddie earlier tonight. I want to thank him so much for that. And hopefully we have a great stream tonight and raise some money for a great cause. So I want to thank you guys all so much for watching. And they're doing the anthems now. So we're about to be ready for puck drop here in the next couple of minutes. Leafs went to see sick kids the other day. Yeah, it's awesome, TTC. I know a lot of teams do that in their local communities this time of year, especially this time of year around Christmas time. It's so important to do, be positive influences in the community and help out when you can. And hockey players, I think, as much as anybody in the sports world, are the best when it comes to that. Am I a Flames fan? No, I mean, I don't dislike the Flames. I don't like the Flames. Flames are one of those middle of the road teams for me. I have no strong feelings towards them. Taylor Hall, yes, now on the Arizona Coyotes. Huge trade that happened. Was that yesterday? I can't even keep the days straight. Yesterday. Really big trade getting Hall to Arizona. I think he's going to help them out a lot offensively. So THG, how I think it's going to work for my personal donation, obviously depending on how much we raise tonight. But what I'm thinking is, because when you do Super Chat, I only get 70% of that, and YouTube takes 30%. What I think I'm going to do is at the end of the night, whatever YouTube takes as their 30% cut, I am going to cover that as my personal donation. So whatever ends up, rather than it only being 70% of what gets donated ends up going to ends up going to Hockey Fights Cancer, I think I'm going to cover the 30% that YouTube takes, and that's going to be my personal donation on top of whatever we raise during the stream. So we are underway here. Puck is dropped in Toronto between the Sabres and the Maple Leafs. Everyone's spamming F in the chat. Nick says he will donate $50 if we spam F in the chat. So let's see if we get enough Fs in the chat for Nick to donate. That would be absolutely awesome to get a huge dono like that right at the beginning of this game. As Buffalo exits their zone into the Toronto end through the neutral zone. Wow, we got a lot of Fs in the chat. I'm waiting for this dono now. We've got a lot of Fs coming in, which is fantastic. But both teams now in the neutral zone trying to gain possession. Toronto gets it, brings it into the Buffalo end, and they are now in on the forecheck. All right, Nick says okay. I think we've got enough Fs for right now, guys. Everyone's spamming F. All right, that's enough with the Fs. I think we have enough Fs, guys. Let's let the chat simmer down for a second. I think we have plenty of Fs. We've got tons of Fs now. As Toronto regroups in their own zone here. Would I do Pasta and Bergeron for McDavid? No. Actually, oh, that's such a tough one. Yeah, that is the only time we've ever encouraged spamming for sure. That's a real tough one. Pasta and Bergeron, I do not want to give up Pasta at all. But for Connor McDavid, I mean, oh, that is such a tough one. That's a great question, and I'm glad that I don't have to I'm glad that that's not a question with any real-life relevance to me, that I would have to make that decision. Because that's a tough one. I mean, McDavid is Connor freaking McDavid. But on the other hand, I do not want to give up David Pastrnak at all if I'm the Boston Bruins. Yeah, I don't think I would do that. I don't know if I would do that, honestly. I think I really want to keep Pasta if I'm Boston. As we got a nice save there from Freddie Anderson, who covers the puck up. And we'll have an offensive zone face-off here for the Buffalo Sabres. Yeah, it's not just boys in the chat. We got girls here as well. So boys and girls in the chat tonight, which is fantastic. A Marchand and McDavid line would be ridiculous, but man, I don't want to give up Pastrnak if I'm the Bruins. Wow, the Kings scored already, VTT. Damn. I am not watching the Bruins tonight. This is the first chance I've gotten to stream a non-Bruins game in the last 5 streams, so I was definitely going to take advantage of that and not do the Bruins tonight. LA is already up 1-0, and we got a goal here. Toronto rips it by Linus Ullmark, and I believe it was Freddie Gauthier. Yes, it was, and we've got a 1-0 Maple Leafs lead. There we go, 1-0 Toronto, just about 2.5 minutes into this game. So Freddie Gauthier, right from the slot, comes in and rips it by Ullmark. And good defensive play at first by the Maple Leafs, or from the Sabres, but they just got backed in too tight. No one hard on the back check. Nothing Ullmark could really do with that. That was a great shot from Gauthier. And we've got a goal here. Toronto with his Gauthier's 4th goal of the season, and Toronto has a 1-0 lead at home on the Buffalo Sabres. Oh, really, DMV? Damn. So Toronto now with the lead at home. Buffalo trying to get it out of their zone. They dump it down. That's going to be icing against the Sabres, I believe it is. And the puck will come back down. The puck will come back down to the Buffalo end. Yeah, man. I was also looking forward to that donation, Nick. I don't know why you said you would donate $50 and then not do it. That kind of sucks, but guess he's got to go. I've got my old friend Pink Whitney here. I bought another couple bottles the other day. This stuff is absolutely fantastic. Ryan Whitney, Paul Bissonnette, and the Spit and Chiclet Boys, their own drink. It's hot, great stuff. I'm a huge fan, and I got a nice bottle for it tonight. All right, Nick, I'm going to hold you to that, man. Lancaster, not other Nick. Other Nick is going to the Leafs game on December 28th. That's awesome, dude. That is awesome. That should be a lot of fun. Hey, DMV, that would be great. So far, we just have the $2 donation from Maddie, so hopefully we can get some. Hopefully we can get some more as this night goes along. But I want to thank you all for watching tonight as Toronto regroups in their own zone. Through the neutral zone here, trying to get it, turns it over. Buffalo turns it right back over, and Toronto now dumps it into the Buffalo end. Allmark gloves it, and we're going to have another offensive zone face-off here for the Toronto Maple Leafs. So Toronto with some good pressure early in this game. They got the first goal of the game, and Toronto's had a nice start so far. So 15:42 now remaining in the first period. Buffalo wins the faceoff, trying to get it possession. Hard forecheck. Yeah, Michael Hutchinson is not is not cutting it as the backup goaltender for Toronto, to say the least. Now here comes Buffalo into the offensive zone. Saved there by Anderson, and good back check there. So there was no rebound opportunity. Then bad turnover for the Maple Leafs in their own end, and Buffalo just had a grade A wraparound opportunity. Just went by the post and just wide of the net. They're very close to being a 1-1 game there as Buffalo almost took in that awful turnover. Yes, Rob, I see you, man. The Bills are a playoff team. We know. Yes. Yeah, absolutely, THG. I'm with you on that. Hopefully we can get some good ones as the night goes along. I do not personally know Bill Peters, but I do know that the things former players have said about them do not paint him in a very good light. So here comes Buffalo now, trying to get out of their zone. Stopped in the neutral zone, and they end up turning it over. Jake Muzzin regrouping for the Maple Leafs now. Mitch Marner through the neutral zone, 1-on-4, trying to get it into the offensive end. He just dumps it in. Toronto now in on the forecheck. Buffalo looking for a zone exit. 14 minutes remaining in the first period. Toronto with the 1-0 lead on Freddie Gautier's fourth goal of the season. Now with puck possession in the Buffalo end once again, looking to extend their lead. They get it to the slot, get it, and it just goes wide. Great opportunity there from the Maple Leafs to possibly extend this lead, and the shot just goes wide of the far post on a great deflection chance in front. Another shot and a big save there from Allmark, who squeezes it between the arm and the body and keeps this game 1-0 Maple Leafs. Very close there on that last shift to being a 2-0 Maple Leafs lead. And now we head to commercial break. Hey, Zach, what's going on, man? Thank you so much for tuning in. Glad you could be here. Really appreciate it. Let's see. DMV says the Flyers are wearing their purple jerseys tonight. That obviously makes sense given the current situation for sure. I think the Maple Leafs would be a lot worse if Mike Babcock was still behind the bench. Absolutely. I think firing Babcock was 100% the right move. They would be playing a lot worse if they still had Babcock. Yes, Calgary's ex-coach is Bill Peters, and he got fired because of racist comments he made to Akeem Aliyu years ago, back in, I believe it was like 2010. All right, so getting ready to get back underway here after the first commercial break of the game. Toronto does have the 1-0 lead on the early goal from Freddie Gauthier, and they are looking to extend that lead here as the puck comes back into the neutral zone, and Toronto has to regroup in their own zone. Now, Austin Matthews with the puck. Back to William Nylander. Through the neutral zone they come, trying to get by Buffalo's defense. Nylander just dumps it in, and now Toronto gets in hard on the forecheck. Buffalo able to clear rather easily and get it back into the Toronto zone through the neutral zone. And now on the forecheck for themselves, trying to take the puck away, which they do. Turnover again by the Maple Leafs. Defensive struggles continue for Toronto as they've turned the puck over a couple of times already, pretty blatantly in this game. Not good turnovers for Toronto a couple of times already. See, I'm sorry I'm falling behind in the chat, guys. THG says, what did Mike Babcock do to Mitch Marner that was so offensive? He said he made Mitch Marner rank players that weren't working. I don't remember the exact story as Allmark covers that puck up and we get a whistle here. He made Mitch Marner rank the players that didn't work hard, I think, and then he went and told the players that Mitch Marner said you don't work hard, or so. It was something like that. It was not a good thing to do to a young player. Really threw him under the bus pretty badly. Very, very dumb on Babcock's part. No, I'm not going to be adding any new mods until we get a significant increase in subscribers. So not yet. Yeah, no, Babcock was not a popular coach at all. As Buffalo here with some offensive zone time, 12 minutes left, and they turn the puck over. Here comes Toronto back out the other way. 3-on-3 up ice, and good back check there from the Sabres to deny any significant scoring chance there for the Maple Leafs. Maple Leafs keep it in the offensive zone, however. Maintaining puck possessions through the middle of the ice. No one's able to get a stick on it. Now Buffalo is looking to exit their zone, which they do. And now they're coming through the neutral zone where they will be able to regroup, get a line change, and maintain possession of the puck. Yeah, 100% THG. It was a very dumb thing for Babcock to do, without a doubt. Yeah, and Freddie Anderson has been good for Toronto, but Toronto's still out of the playoffs as of this point. So he's just him playing well is not enough. They've got to really get going. Nice hit there on Morgan Riley by one of the Sabres. Toronto keeps it in the zone. However, as that shot goes up and over the net and very, very wide. That wasn't really a quality chance, but Toronto now still in the offensive zone with puck possession, looking to extend their 1-0 lead to 2. Buffalo looking to exit their zone here, kind of hemmed in their own end. Toronto has definitely been the better team so far in this game. They've had a number of quality scoring chances. They have the first goal, and they've had a lot of offensive zone time as well. Really? Were they? I didn't know that, Rob. Charlie Chaplin and 50 Cent were alive at the same point. I did not know that at all. And now Buffalo is able to exit the zone here, and Toronto has to regroup and get a line change. It's about halfway through the first period here. Maple Leafs up 1-0. They've definitely carried the play so far in this game for sure. Buffalo now exiting their zone. Toronto takes the puck back away. Toronto now up through the neutral zone. Stretch pass does not connect, and the Sabres are able to get it back and possibly bring it in. Here they come into the offensive zone. Marcus Johansson behind the Toronto net loses it to Toronto's defense, and Toronto is able to get it out and into the neutral zone. Here they come now through the middle of the ice. Pass does not connect, and the Sabres are able once again to get possession. Almost turn it over. However, in Toronto, now trying to keep it in, they are unable to and have to regroup in the neutral zone. Here comes William Nylander down behind the Buffalo net, looking for options, trying to find someone to pass to. To the middle of the ice to Muzzin. Goes back to Nylander in the middle. Good defense there from Rasmus Ristolainen to get the puck away. However, Toronto does keep it in. Toronto, 2-on-1 close in on the goalie, but the pass gets kicked away by the Buffalo defense, and then the long shot from the point gets gloved down by Linus Ullmark, and we stay 1-0. Great opportunity there for the Maple Leafs. Unable to convert, however, as good defensive play there from the Buffalo defense. Yeah, Leafs absolutely are all over them right now, Adam, without a doubt. Certainly carrying the play in this game. Wow, I did not know that, Rob. That is a very interesting fact there for sure as we head to commercial break. Let's check some scores around the league while we're on commercial. There are 11 other games in the NHL tonight, some of them starting later. The Kings are still up 1-0 on the Bruins. The Maple Leafs are up 1-0 on the Sabres in our game here. The Lightning have a 1-0 lead on the Senators. The Predators have a 1-0 lead on the Islanders tonight, and the Ducks and Flyers are tied 0-0 at this point. Starting at 7:30 is Blue Jackets Red Wings. Hurricanes and Jets play at 8. Penguins and Flames play at 9. Canadians and Canucks play at 10. Wild and Golden Knights play at 10. And Coyotes and Sharks play at 10:30. So 11 games in total tonight in the NHL. Pretty busy night. And we've got some early goals in most of the 7 o'clock games so far. Teams have taken a lead. We'll see how the rest of the night goes with that. But Kings are up 1-0. Lightning are up 1-0. And Predators are up 1-0 as well. See, Tammy lives in Vancouver but does not like the Canucks. She is a Leafs fan. All right, THG says the Islanders are losing 1-0. Yes, they are. But there's still, obviously, it's only the first period. There's still a long way to go. Remember, guys, to please hit that like button if you haven't already and give this stream a thumbs up. That greatly, greatly helps out the channel. Also, subscribe if you're new and happen to be watching. That's much, much appreciated. And remember that all donations via Super Chat and during tonight's stream are being donated to Hockey Fights Cancer. We are fighting for Oscar Lindblom and everyone who is suffering from cancer tonight. So please, if you are able to donate, please, please, please send a donation, and it will 100% go to Hockey Fights Cancer. We're trying to raise some money during this stream tonight. We've had one donation so far from Maddie, a nice $2 donation, but we definitely like to add to it. So if you are capable, please, please help out. Yes, the Sedins are retired. I was never a Sedins fan. I mean, they were very good players, but I did not like them. And obviously I'm a Bruins fan, and from that 2011 Stanley Cup, the Sedins were certainly not my favorite players. Yeah, Boston's losing to LA right now. That's a rough look for the Bruins tonight. But there's still a long way to go in that game. As Tavares just had a great chance there for Toronto, but he sent it wide of Ullmark. Oh, the Sedins were very, very soft, extremely soft players. Buffalo wins the faceoff and tries to get the puck out of their zone. They do. Toronto has to regroup now in the neutral zone. That pass does not connect, and it will be icing against the Maple Leafs. And with just under 8 minutes to go in the first, the puck's going to come back down to the Maple Leafs end, and Buffalo will have an offensive zone faceoff here. Yeah, the Maple Leafs are a pretty soft team as well, especially in their current form. I mean, this was a team that used to going way back, had guys like Darcy Tucker and Ty Domi. Then they had Colton Orr and Fraser McLaren, and now they're the wimpiest team in the league. Huge save there on a 2-on-0. Kind of turned into a 2-on-0 for the Maple Leafs. And Linus Ullmark comes across. I mean, oh, what a glove save from Ullmark there. Very, very close to being 2-0 Toronto. Just couldn't get enough lift on that puck, and Ullmark slides across. Shane Corson as well was a very tough player. Yeah, no, the Leafs have had tough teams in the past, but the last 4 or 5 years, they've been one of the softest teams in the league. They've got almost no physicality. Yeah, what an incredible save there by Linus Ullmark to keep this game 1-0. It was very, very close to Toronto extending their lead there. Wendell Clark, for those of you that don't know, Wendell Clark is my all-time favorite Maple Leaf player. If I were ever to get a Maple Leafs jersey, it would 100% be a Wendell Clark jersey. As another big save there by Ullmark on Matthews, and Linus Ullmark is keeping Buffalo in this game. This could easily be 3 or 4-0 Maple Leafs at this point. Ullmark is keeping this team in it. Oh, I certainly remember Darcy Tucker. He was an absolute blast to watch. He was such an agitator. He was so much fun to watch. He would start shit all the time. I remember him fighting the Ottawa bench once. Darcy Tucker was a beaut. Wendell Clark was a great hockey player for his era. That was when you played big boy hockey. And I like old hockey so much better than how it is now. And Wendell Clark was absolutely perfect for when he played. All-time favorite Maple Leafs. One of my all-time favorite players in league history. He could score. He could fight. He could hit. He absolutely destroyed people. I love Wendell Clark. Austin Matthews' nose looks like a pig's nose. I'll have to look more closely next time they zoom in on him. I haven't noticed that, THG. Oh, yeah. Dion Phaneuf is such a pylon. Such an absolute pylon. One of my least favorite players ever, especially of the last 10 years. He had the gloves glued on half the time. He was I could talk all day about how much I hated Dion Phaneuf. Ugh. It is 1-0 Maple Leafs on an early goal from Freddie Gauthier. Toronto has been dominating this period. Just only the 1 goal so far, but they've had a ton of puck possession and offensive zone time. But Buffalo hasn't gotten much going. But Buffalo now is in the offensive zone with their 4th line, trying to establish some zone time and maybe get some chances. Johan Larsson behind the net, back out to the point. Long shot gets blocked down. Other long shot from out at the point, and that gets stopped by Freddie Anderson, who covers it up, and we get a whistle here with 5:29 left in the first period. And I believe we are going to go to commercial break for the last commercial of the first period. Or maybe not. They're showing a replay. I thought with 5:29 left, yeah, we are going to commercial. I thought so. Yeah, Leafs are up and playing very, very well in this first period, Admiral, for sure. It's been all Maple Leafs so far. Hey, Vaughn, what's going on, man? Welcome to the chat. Thank you so much for tuning in. Really, really appreciate having you here, as always. Glad you could make it. Remember to drop that like if you haven't already. Looking to get more people in the chat. Looking to get some more donations for Hockey Fights Cancer tonight. Reminder that all money donated via Super Chat tonight will be going to Hockey Fights Cancer. We've already had a $2 donation from Maddie, and we are fighting for Oscar Lindblom and all of those affected by cancer tonight. Looking to have a good stream and hopefully raise money for a great cause. We're on a commercial break now, so we can check some other scores here from around the league. Kings still up 1-0 on the Bruins. Maple Leafs up 1-0 on the Sabres in our game here. The Lightning and Senators are now tied 1-1. The Predators have maintained their 1-0 lead over the Islanders, and the Ducks and Flyers are still tied at 0 so far. So those are the games going on right now. Blue Jackets and Red Wings play at 7:30. Hurricanes and Jets play at 8. Penguins and Flames at 9. Canadiens Canucks play at 10. Wild and Golden Knights play at 10. And the Sharks and Coyotes are the late game at 10:30 tonight. So that's our 11 NHL games tonight. 4 of them are going on now. Rob's about to go get an ice cream sandwich. That's awesome, Rob. Congratulations. I hope you enjoy it. Those are very, very good. So we're ticking down towards 5 minutes left here in the first period, 5:20 remaining now. Toronto forechecking in the offensive zone, trying to extend their lead to 2. Buffalo, who has not had a great period so far, looking to hopefully even this game up and get this back to 1-1. And a great chance there on the backhand from Jeff Skinner, but the puck goes over the net, and Buffalo does not get a goal there. They are forechecking, though, and keeping the puck in the offensive zone. Riley now trying to get it out. Maple Leafs are able to clear here down to the Buffalo end, where the Sabres will regroup and look to rush again up ice to the offensive zone. But right now they're getting a line change and just sitting back and cooling things down here for a bit as they come through the neutral zone. Unable to get it into the zone, however, good structure there from the Maple Leafs. Pass into the middle, dumped in now into the Toronto end, and Buffalo will go in on the forecheck. They're unable to get possession, and Toronto quickly clears their own zone. Out into the neutral zone, where now they're able to dump it into the Buffalo end and forecheck themselves. So kind of a back-and-forth game here the last couple of minutes as everyone disappeared. We're down to only 5 people. I don't know where everyone went. We're Toronto now in the offensive zone, forechecking. Jack Eichel trying to get the puck out. Good keep in there from Jake Muzzin. Sends it back down. Tavares now into the slot, trying to get it in on goal. Unable. Too many layers there from the Sabres defense. Hyman with a shot. Nice save there by Allmark. Marner keeps it in the zone. Marner now with possession. Sends it back down. Muzzin out there. Tavares with it now. Back at the point. Sends it over. And bad pass there. I believe it was by Ceci maybe. And Buffalo is able to exit, but Toronto brings it back in. Uh-oh, Vaughn, you're getting sick? That's not good, man. We don't want that. Rob says that Dallas still sucks. Don't let the Rams win fool you. Rob's been talking about the NFL most of the night. Yeah, I don't like Dallas or Philadelphia, or I don't really like any of the NFC East teams. So I hope, obviously this can't happen, but I wish no one could win that division. None of them deserve to be in the playoffs. Good shot there off the rush by the Maple Leafs, but it does go wide. Here comes Nylander again with possession, going for a skate through the offensive zone. We have not had a power play opportunity yet in this game. Will be interesting to see who gets the first penalty in this game. Toronto now still in the offensive zone. Look at Buffalo struggling to get it out. They've had multiple chances here to get it out, and they can't. Finally, after a long shift, it looks like the Sabres will be able to exit their zone, and they do. And Toronto now has to regroup in their own end. Here comes Buffalo now on the forecheck. They take the puck away. Looking to tie this game up now with some offensive zone time. Look, maybe a possible chance on goal here. Toronto's defense trying to regain possession, which they do. Here comes Dermott out of the zone. Unable to get it out, and finally Gauthier is able to regroup, send it back to the D-man, and Buffalo has to go for a line change. Hey, Sutton, welcome to the stream, man. Thanks for watching. It is 1-0 Maple Leafs with 1.5 minutes left in the first period. Toronto has been the much better team in this period. They've controlled the puck, had a lot more chances than Buffalo, but it's still only a 1-0 one-goal game. Buffalo, bad turnover again in the defensive zone, and Buffalo gets a shot that does get blocked. Good chance, though, to possibly score. All money donated during this stream goes to Hockey Fights Cancer, Sutton. This is the Hockey Fights Cancer Oscar Lindblom stream. You donate through Super Chat, which is at the bottom of the chat. You see the square with the $sign on it, and anything you donate will be given to Hockey Fights Cancer tonight. Final 30 seconds now of the period. And the Maple Leafs just ice it with 29 remaining. So Buffalo's going to get a last-ditch chance here for an offensive zone faceoff and the potential to possibly tie this game up before intermission. So we'll see how this goes for the Sabres. Why is this making noise? The wood stove is acting up. I'm going to have to fix that at the end of this period. And Toronto wins the faceoff. Bad turnover again in the defensive zone. A number of bad defensive zone turnovers from the Maple Leafs already in this game. Buffalo does not take advantage, however, and Toronto is able to send it all the way back down to the Buffalo end. Linus Ullmark plays it with 10 seconds to go. Buffalo up now through the neutral zone. They're just going to dump it in. And that's going to do it as Toronto sends it all the way back down. And it is 1-0 Maple Leafs at the end of the first. Toronto with a very, very good period. Buffalo, hanging in there. It's only a one-goal game, but 100% the Maple Leafs won that period for sure. I'm going to go fix this right now. That was very annoying. And we are now at intermission. So I'm going to move the computer like I normally do. And we've got 18 minutes to kill, guys. It's intermission time here. 1-0 Maple Leafs at the end of the first period. I don't know why the camera won't refocus. There we go. Starting to fix itself. And let's get active in the chat, guys. We've got 18 minutes to kill intermission here. I'll check some scores from around the league as well. Reminder to everyone to please like if you have not already. Those thumbs up really go a long way in getting more people here in the chat. Also, if you're new to the channel, please hit that subscribe button. It is greatly, greatly appreciated. Hey, SMM Jack, what's going on? Slapshot Jack's here as well. Thank you guys so much for tuning in. I was just doing my usual. Remember to like and subscribe if you haven't already. Also, a reminder that all money donated through Super Chat during this stream is going to Hockey Fights Cancer. We've had one donation so far from Maddie. We definitely would like to add to that as the night goes along. So if anyone watching in any way can help out in raising some money for Hockey Fights Cancer, it would be greatly, greatly appreciated. Oscar Lindblom, obviously. There we go, Sutton. Thank you so much. We have our second donation of the night. Yeah, absolutely anything works. Whatever you guys are able to donate, I'm keeping track of it all here. That we have our second donation of the night. Can we get some hype up in the chat, please, for Sutton? We had a great donation earlier from Maddie, and now we've got Sutton donating $2.99. That is greatly, greatly appreciated. Thank you so much, man. Let's get some hype up in the chat for Sutton. Thank you, guys. Thank you so much for your donation. That will be going to Hockey Fights Cancer tonight for sure. And I will definitely, as soon as I make the donation, I will be posting on the community tab about it, posting screenshots of what gets sent and everything like that. But thank you guys all for your support. Hey, Hockey News Reports, welcome. Thank you so much for tuning in. It's greatly appreciated. 1-1, Bruins tied it. Okay. Thank you for that update, Piffany. That is very much appreciated. So I will be checking some scores from around the league throughout the night as well. Am I drunk? I'm not going to get drunk tonight. I am drinking some Pink Whitney, though. I'm down to a little bit. Hey, it's all good hockey news reports. It's fine, man. Slapshot Jack won't be streaming until the Winter Classic. Well, that's all right, man. I hope you have a great stream on the Winter Classic. Just stream when you can, man. Everyone's got to do the best that they can, and that's all you can do. But yeah, we're at the first intermission of this game here. Hey, that's awesome, Sutton. Your cat's laying with you. That's always nice. Yeah, hopefully not, Slapshot Jack. But so far we have had, we've had $5 donated for Hockey Fights Cancer so far tonight. Hopefully, as the night goes on, we continue to add to that. The Bruins goal might be called back. Uh-oh. That would be interesting. Well, I'll try and stay updated on that as well. I want to thank you all for watching. Thank you. It's a goal. Okay, so the Bruins have tied it against LA. So Bruins and Kings are now tied 1-1. Freddie Gauthier has the only goal in this game so far tonight for the Maple Leafs. He scored 2.5 minutes into the first period on a nice shot from the slot, and that's been the only goal scoring so far in this game. Oh, wow, Danton Heinen with a goal. Wow, Heinen actually doing something. That's rare. Vaughn says his English teacher is acting like a dick and he doesn't like it. I 100% would understand why you wouldn't like that. That's very unfortunate, Vaughn. I'm sorry to hear that. That's never good. Let's see. Predators had a 1-0 lead on the Islanders. I don't know if that's still the case. Looks like it probably is. Yes, it is. Lightning are up 2-1 on the on the Ottawa Senators at the end of the first period in that game as well. Ducks and Flyers are still tied 0-0, and the Red Wings have a 1-0 lead over the Blue Jackets in the first period of that game as well. Hi, Chris. Welcome to the stream, man. Thank you so much for tuning in. Really, really appreciate it. Yeah, the Jets play the Hurricanes tonight. I do think that the Jets will win that game, but we'll see as the night goes along. Sutton is eating chips. That's awesome, Sutton. Congratulations. Yeah, THG. I've never been a huge Danton Heinen fan. I think he's invisible like 90% of the time, and sometimes he does something and gets like a good goal or something, but most of the time he's not really doing a whole lot. But he did get that deflection goal there for Boston, and the Bruins and Kings are tied 1-1 at the end of the first period. Yes, he plays on Boston's third line, THG. You are correct. I do not hate Brad Marchand. Sutton, I love Marchand. Obviously, if Brad Marchand plays for your team, you love him. If he doesn't, you hate him. But being a Bruins fan, I love Brad Marchand. What do I think about the Taylor Hall trade? Both teams got what they needed out of that trade. If you're the Arizona Coyotes, he's a 1-year rental. You didn't have to give up. Oh, I love both Tkachuk brothers. I absolutely love the Tkachuks. They are so fun to watch. Both of them, they have such attitudes and they're very physical players. Both the Tkachuks are so much fun to watch. But back to the Taylor Hall trade. Arizona needs offense. Arizona is a very good team. They're one of the best defensive teams in the league, but they're lacking on offense. Now they add a legitimate top six winger who can score goals and brings dynamic offense to the game, something they desperately needed. They give up one draft pick, a conditional draft pick, and some prospects Kevin Ball might turn out to be a good prospect. The other two, I don't think are really going to turn out into much. They're not high-level prospects. So they really didn't give up a whole lot, honestly. The first-round pick kind of hurts, but you get Taylor Hall for a playoff run this year. And if you're the Devils, you got what you needed. You knew you were getting rid of Taylor Hall. He wasn't coming back to the team. So you had to get rid of him because he was just going to leave in free agency. You get a first-round pick out of it. You get a conditional pick out of it that could possibly become another first-round pick, or it's going to at least be a third-round pick. You get some prospects, one really good one, I think, in Kevin Ball. The other two, maybe not so much. But both teams, I think, got what they needed. The Devils, who are rebuilding, got picks and prospects. And the Coyotes, who are now in win-now mode, got a legitimate top six winger for a playoff run this year. So, quite honestly, I think it was a decent deal. Arizona, I think, did what they needed to do and are going to try and make a run this year. Yeah, the Islanders are the number one defensive team in the league. The Coyotes are definitely top five, though. Arizona is definitely top five. How many jerseys do I have? I don't have any jerseys personally, but I know Slapshot Jack has a lot of them. Where I don't know where Panther is, and I haven't seen him yet tonight. Maybe he's doing homework or something. I'm not sure, honestly. Maybe he'll stop in later. Should you throw a desk at the English teacher? I would not do that, Vaughn. That would that would not go over very well, to say the least, Vaughn. I would highly advise against that. But all right, they're showing some highlights here from the Tampa Bay Ottawa game. Tampa had the 1-0 lead early. Ottawa tied it up with a nice shot from the point from Mark Borowiecki, but the Lightning were able to come back and retake a 1-goal lead. Cedric Paquette right in the middle of the ice. How do you leave him that wide open? Oh my God, right in the slot. Easy goal there for Paquette. All right. Let's see. Anything else happened in that Blue Jackets Red Wings game? Nope. Still 1-0 Red Wings over to Columbus. All the other games are at intermission right now, and none of the late ones have started yet. So 11 games in total tonight in the NHL, a pretty busy night. We've got 6 games going on right now, and another 5 still yet to begin. Hurricanes and Jets start at 8. Penguins and Flames start at 9. Canadians and Canucks play at 10. Wild and Golden Knights play at 10. And Sharks and Coyotes play at 10:30. So those are the games that have not yet started. But anyway, busy night in the NHL. Busy night here on the channel as we have our live stream tonight for this Sabres and Maple Leafs game. We have a 1-0 Maple Leafs lead right now. At the end of during the first intermission. Also, Important reminder that all donations via Super Chat from tonight's game will be donated to Hockey Fights Cancer. We are fighting with Oscar Lindblom tonight and all of those affected by cancer. So hopefully as the night goes along, the donations continue to roll in. And I will be also giving a personal donation tonight as well. Yes, 10:30 is the latest an NHL game starts, Sutton, because that is a 7:30 start time on the West Coast. And that is the latest that an NHL game will start. Slapshot Jack thinks that the Sharks are going to win. I don't know. The Sharks kind of stink. Arizona is one of the best teams in the West this year and probably going to win the Pacific Division. And the Sharks are not very good. So I actually have Arizona winning that game. Arizona is also a very, very good road team this year. They have an incredibly good road record. So I'm all in on the Arizona Coyotes being one of the best teams out west this season. They're having a great, great year. Currently in first place in the Pacific with 42 points through 35 games. The Minnesota Wild, Sutton, are currently 3 points out of a playoff spot behind the Calgary Flames for that second wild card spot through 34 games played with 1 game in hand on Calgary. So the Wild have certainly been playing better as of late. However, they are not yet in a playoff position right now. Hey, welcome back, DMV. Thanks for coming back and watching, man. It's greatly, greatly appreciated. Ovechkin is -6. Is that on the season? That's obviously not. That's obviously not in one day. That's on the season. He's still one of the top goal scorers in the league, though. Let's see. Bada Bing is in the chat. Welcome to the stream, man. Thank you so much for watching. He says, go Sabres. Sabres are down 1-0 at the first intermission here between to the Maple Leafs in Toronto. Toronto played very well in that first period, kind of dominated puck possession. But we'll see what the second period brings. This game is far from over. Obviously, we still have 2 more periods of hockey to go, 40 more minutes. And Hockey News Report says, go Habs go tonight. The Habs are playing the Canucks later tonight in Vancouver, 10 o'clock start time. That should actually be a pretty interesting game between the Habs and the Canucks there. That could go either way. Vancouver's been kind of disappointing this year. Yeah, I'm kind of with you on that, THG. The Oilers don't look sustainable. It does not look like the Oilers are going to be able to sustain what they're doing so far. They've got a negative goal differential. They're completely reliant on Connor McDavid and Leon Draisaitl to score all of their points. I mean, if one thing goes wrong for Edmonton, they're going to drop out of a playoff spot. I think they probably make the playoffs as a wild card team just because the Pacific Division is so bad. But I do not think that them being a first-place team at all is sustainable as the year goes along. Hey, what's going on, Eddie? Welcome to the chat, man. Thank you so much for watching. Really, really appreciate it. Chicago's been disappointing this year. Chicago has been very disappointing. I thought they were going to make – hang on. I don't know why this camera just lost focus. Let's try and get it back. There, that's a little better. Chicago, I thought, was going to make a playoff push this year. I expected significant improvement. So far, they're the second worst team in the Western Conference. Only LA is worse. They have 32 points in 34 games. Chicago has been wildly disappointing in my mind this year. And I don't know. They've got to do something. They've got to do something to get back to being a winning team. Kyler Yamamoto, I do not believe is up with the big club THG at all. I haven't really heard him with Edmonton at all this year. Which team that is currently in the playoffs in the East that could drop out? I don't know. That's a tough one. The East is very compact right now, especially those middle teams. I don't know. I think the teams in the playoffs right now might be your playoff teams from the Eastern Conference. Boston, Buffalo's had a good season so far. Florida, I definitely think will end up making it. Washington, the Islanders are locks at this point. Carolina and Pittsburgh, I do think are playoff level teams. Philadelphia's had a pretty good year. Tampa Bay, I cannot see Tampa Bay not making it. So I feel like Tampa is going to knock one of the teams out in the Atlantic Division. So I would say one of either Buffalo or Florida is going to drop out. I don't know which one, but either Buffalo or Florida will drop out. One of them will make it, one of them won't. And Tampa Bay, I do think, is going to make it. I just can't see a team with that much talent not making the playoffs. All right, we are back here for the second period. I didn't even realize that the puck dropped. I completely got caught reading the chat there. Red Wings, the Senators are better than I think most people thought they would be. They're still not good, obviously, but they're better than a lot of people thought. 2021 Winter Classic will be Chicago and Minnesota at Lambeau. I would not be excited about that. No, Evan, I cannot show the game. It's a copyright violation. The game cannot be showed anywhere on YouTube. Sutton says that the Red Wings will win that. Obviously, he's joking there. All right, see you, Hockey News Reports. Thank you so much for watching, man. Really appreciate it. And definitely see you at talk to you soon for sure, either the next stream or a video. And here's Toronto again with a great opportunity, and that shot gets blocked away by Linus Ullmark. And Buffalo now exiting the zone. Toronto has the 1-0 lead. They scored early in that first period. Buffalo with a great chance there, 2 minutes in. And Freddie Anderson comes up with okay, then leave and don't come back, Evan. I don't care. You cannot show the game on YouTube. It's literally illegal. So go to Reddit if you want to watch the game. Nice save there by Linus Ullmark on a good opportunity for the Maple Leafs. And Ullmark is really, really keeping hey, what's going on, Fire Strike? Thank you so much for tuning in. Really, really appreciate it. Please remember to hit that like button and subscribe if you happen to be watching and are new to the channel. So far we have made $5 through 2 donations, Fire Strike. That's where we're at right now. The second period has just started. Toronto has the 1-0 lead over the Buffalo Sabres on an early goal from Freddie Gauthier. And Toronto now exiting their zone, coming through the neutral zone, bringing it into the Buffalo end. Nice, good job defensively there from the Sabres to stand up at the blue line and now bring it into the Toronto zone. Linus Ullmark is the reason the Sabres are even still in this game. It could easily be 3 or 4-0 Toronto at this point, but Ullmark has made some huge saves for the Sabres. Buffalo is hanging around. They are looking to they are definitely looking to tie this game up as quickly as possible here. And the Maple Leafs definitely want to extend their lead. They've controlled most of the play so far, have definitely had a majority of the puck possession, but still only have a 1-goal lead. As here comes Jack Eichel into the offensive zone. Through the offensive zone and a bad pass out to the point, not on the same page with his defenseman there. And the puck goes all the way down to the Buffalo end. Buffalo now trying to regroup behind their net and exit their zone. Nice breakout there. Almost 4 minutes into the second period now. A lot of continuous play here to start this period. Not a lot of whistles. Buffalo keeps it in. Long shot from the point goes wide. Anderson didn't even really have to do anything with that. But Buffalo regains possession, keeps it in the zone, and that puck gets deflected up and out of play on Rasmus Dahlin's shot. And we have an offensive zone faceoff coming up for the Buffalo Sabres. DMV says 2021 winner Stadium Series Columbus versus the New York Rangers. Again, that does actually sound like a possibility. Vaughn got an F in math. I'm very sorry to hear that. That sucks, man. Hopefully you do better next term. Oh, Jesus, Fire Strike. That's definitely an interesting thing to be asking in the middle of class, for sure. That's a rough one. Oof. Hey, there you go, DMV. DMV's getting good grades. Congratulations, man. Stay in school and do your best, kids. Toronto now exiting their zone. 3-on-2 up ice. Buffalo with a strong back check, though. Getting back and ready. Nice chance here, though. And scores! Roofed it. Austin Matthews absolutely roofs it on Linus Ullmark, and we have a 2-0 Maple Leafs lead. What an absolute shot from Austin Matthews. The mustache still looks disgusting, but Matthews comes in. He started all of this with the breakout pass from behind his net, and then Toronto pulls it on up ice. Matthews trailing behind the play, gets into the top of the circle there, and right around the hash marks, rips one off, high blocker side on Linus Ullmark. Nothing the goaltender can do about it, and the Maple Leafs have a 2-0 lead on the Buffalo Sabres. So about 15 minutes left in the second period. Toronto has doubled their lead to 2 now. Hey, okay, thank you for the update, THG. The Islanders have tied their game with the Nashville Predators. Brock Nelson with a nice shot. NFL Nation, welcome to the chat, man. Thanks for tuning in. Appreciate it. Gaming Sports Fan, welcome as well. Thank you so much for tuning in and watching. Much, much appreciated, as always. Let's see, DMV. Fire Strike says Adam Ernie scored a goal for Detroit. Wow, that doesn't happen too often. Congratulations to him. Bada Bing says that Matthews looks like Escobar Jr. with the stash. Yeah, I am not a fan of the Austin Matthews mustache look, to say the least, but that was a very, very beautiful goal that he just scored, roofing it on Linus Ullmark. What do I think of Dean Kukin? The defenseman for the Columbus Blue Jackets, I think he's okay. He's nothing special, but he's a solid depth defenseman. Buffalo now setting up in the offensive zone, and they comes back out into the neutral zone. 2-on-1 opportunity here. Here come the Leafs. Huge save from Linus Ullmark. Wow. This game could easily be 4-5-0 for Toronto. Linus Ullmark has made some huge saves for the Sabres tonight. And that's another one there. Very, very close to being 3-0 Toronto. It is 2-0 Maple Leafs. Austin Matthews just scored. Fire Strike was working out when the Hall trade happened. I recorded that video as soon as I heard about it. That was obviously the biggest blockbuster of this season. Islanders score again. Derek Brassard with a snipe on the power play, and now the Islanders have a 2-1 lead over the Nashville Predators. So that game just took a big, big turn. Let's see. Gaming Sports Fan says, go Leafs, go. Okay. We know that he's a Leafs fan. He's been around this channel long enough now for us all to know that. So now Buffalo now regrouping in their own zone. 12 and a half minutes left in the second period. Toronto with a 2-0 lead. Sabres know they need a goal to get back into this. All right, DMV, if you've got a story, man, go ahead and tell it. Yeah, Evan, man, you're more than welcome to join the chat and hang out, but I can't show the game, dude. Like, I literally can't show the game. The stream will get taken down if I show the game. So it's a copyright violation. I can't do it. I would love to show the game for you guys if I could, but I literally can't do it. My channel will get a strike and the stream will get taken down. So I just talk about things as they happen and do play-by-play, and we talk in the group chat here, and that's what the stream is. So Buffalo now in on the forecheck. They know they're looking to get some offense going here, looking to get a goal on the board to get back into this. They're down 2-0 in Toronto. I feel like the next goal of this game is very, very important. If Toronto scores the next goal and takes a 3-0 lead, I think that will pretty much do it for this game. If Buffalo can get back into it and score here, we could have a very, very interesting third period on our hands. Well, let's see. DMV's story says that yesterday we were playing weird music. And you were singing like an... Wait, what? I can't even... Do you even speak English, DMV? Sutton, what are you talking about? Nice save there by Freddie Anderson to maintain the 2-0 lead for the Maple Leafs. DMV, I don't even know what that, like... That doesn't even make sense. You missed like a bunch of words or letters or something. Yesterday you were playing weird music and we were singing like an inappropriate term. It says suck on my dick, and the coach came in and was staring at you and you paused it and were smirking. Okay. I mean, our coach didn't care what we listened to in the locker room. We played some very, very inappropriate songs in the locker room when we played. Evan, I've literally explained this to you. I cannot show the game on YouTube. It's illegal. Your channel gets taken down. The stream gets taken down. It's a copyright violation. You cannot watch the game on YouTube. The stream is just a group chat and reaction to the game. Hey, Kyle, welcome to the stream, man. Thank you so much for tuning in. Really appreciate having you here. Welcome back. And as always, very, very thankful that you're here. Yeah, no, I understand what you mean, DMV, and that was very, very funny. Oh no. Thank you, Kyle. I appreciate that. Hang on. Can I untime him out? I want to see his response to all of us. I can't untime him. He's timed out for the next 30 seconds. No, I wanted to see, like, he's got to be trolling at this point. There's no way he's not trolling at this point. I wanted to see what his response to everyone calling him out was. But no, he's timed out now. I can't undo that, I don't think. No, I can't in any way undo that. He's gone for the next, like, 5 minutes or whatever 300 seconds is. No, but honestly though, that's most accounts on YouTube. Unless you're a content creator, a lot of accounts don't have any subscribers or profile pictures. Like my personal account has nothing on it. Unless you're a content creator, that you generally don't have that stuff. Anyway, back to the game here, guys. We're under 10 minutes now left in the second period. We are very, very close. We're more than halfway through the game here. Buffalo with down 2-0. Oh, wow. The Kings just took a 2-1 lead on the Bruins. So not a good night for the Boston Bruins against a very bad team in Los Angeles. I'm not going to be happy if LA beats the Bruins. But anyway, back to our game here. What is with this camera tonight? Focus. I don't know what is going on with this camera. It will not focus tonight. It's very annoying. But anyway, 8.5. Oh my God, it's still not. There we go. Into focus now. Anyway. No, I can't show the game at all, bada bing. Funny question, though. But anyway, down ticking towards 8 minutes left in the second period here. More than halfway through the game. Toronto holding their 2-0 lead. Buffalo looking to get back into this. Toronto in the offensive zone. Keeps it in at the point. Good pass over now. Gets behind the forward there. Into the slot. We're going to have our first penalty of the game coming up. We have a hooking call against the Sabres. And the Toronto Maple Leafs are going to get the first power play of the game. Wow, Islanders score again. Now they're up 3-1 on the Nashville Predators. Casey Cizikas with a 2-on-1 goal. And it's 2-0, Kyle. Maple Leafs over the Sabres, and the Maple Leafs are now going to the power play. It's the first penalty of the game. Hooking call on Buffalo. And the Sabres, or the Maple Leafs, have a chance to extend their lead to 3-0 in the next 2 minutes. Yep, power play Toronto coming up after this commercial break. While we're on commercial here, let's check some scores from around the league as we've got a number of other games going on tonight. 11 games in total in the NHL tonight. Some have not started yet. Kings are up 2-1 on the Bruins. Very surprising there. Maple Leafs are up 2-0 on Buffalo. The Lightning have a 3-2 lead on the Ottawa Senators. The Preds get one back and now are down 3-2 to the Islanders. So the Islanders still winning there. The Flyers have a 2-0 lead on the Anaheim Ducks. The Red Wings and Blue Jackets are tied 2-2 right now at the end of the first period. And the Hurricanes and Jets game, which just started, is tied 0-0. Later tonight, we have Penguins and Flames at 9 o'clock. Canadiens and Canucks at 10. Wild and Golden Knights at 10. And Coyotes Sharks at 10:30. So that's the NHL tonight. A number of different games going on. No, DMV, I do not use contact lenses. I have glasses, and I just always wear my glasses. Hey, Sherry, welcome to the stream, man. Thank you so much for tuning in. It's much, much appreciated, as always. Glad you could make it tonight. So here we go. Put Toronto on the power play. The puck is dropped. And early save there by Ullmark on the power play. Evan, stop spamming the chat or you're going to get banned from the channel. You've been timed out twice already. You've gotten numerous warnings. Please stop spamming the chat. Early clear on the power play there for Buffalo. Because it's not a game of the week, Vaughn. It's a cross-conference game between teams that barely play against each other. Anyway, here comes Toronto into the offensive zone on the power play. Great chance here. Blocked down in front by the Sabres penalty kill. Huge shot block there and a golden opportunity from the slot for Toronto. Good chance to make it 3-0 there. Toronto knows that if they score the next goal, that would give them a 3-goal lead and really put a shot to the hopes of Buffalo, or Buffalo's hopes tonight. Buffalo really does need the next goal in this game. They need to get this to 2-1 and get back into it. Offensive zone face-off here with 1 minute and 1 second left on the power play. Just under 7 minutes left in the second period. Toronto wins it and sets up in the offensive zone. Sabres penalty kill, trying to keep this a 2-goal game. They know that they can't really give up the next goal here. Long shot from the point. No real good traffic in front, though, and an easy save there from Ullmark with 42 seconds remaining. Tell you, Linus Ullmark has been fantastic for the Buffalo Sabres tonight. He's really the only reason this isn't a 5-0 type game in favor of Toronto. Ullmark has made some huge saves as the Maple Leafs have mostly dominated puck possession in this game. And Toronto's been by far the better team as this game has gone along. Okay, bye, Evan. Good chance, multiple chances there on the power play for Toronto. Nylander still keeps it in the zone and has it back behind the net. Back out in front. Matthews, shot gets deflected. Saved by Ullmark. Nylander now going to hunt the puck. Tavares, Nylander, and Matthews out there for the Maple Leafs, trying to extend this lead. Gets back to the point here. We're back to 5-on-5 hockey full strength. No, that is not a rival. That is not a rivalry, Vaughn. I used to play hockey, Kyle. I played hockey for 12 years, but I don't anymore. Only pond hockey in the winter with my friends. Sutton says that someone is trying to break into your house. That's not good, Sutton. If that's true, please call 911 and get the police there. I do not think Hall re-signs with Arizona. I think he tests free agency this summer, Sherry. Yeah, I guess so, DMV. Yeah, no, this is the first stream I've been able to do in the last 5 streams that doesn't have the Bruins involved. So I wanted to get some other games and other teams on this channel because the last 5 streams before this have all been Bruins. And Thursdays is going to be Bruins Islanders as well. So I really needed to do this one with no Bruins here. So the Sabres kill off the penalty. Toronto brings still, though, controlling the puck. And they've controlled puck possession for most of this game. Hey, Danny, welcome to the chat, man. Thank you so much for watching. Really, really appreciate it. Todd, welcome as well. Thank you for watching. The Islanders are the best defensive team in the NHL. They're already basically locked into a playoff spot. Nice cover there by Freddie Anderson on Jeff Skinner's shot, and we go to commercial break with Toronto maintaining their 2-0 lead. Islanders are very, very good, Todd. I think they're the best defensive team in the league. I think they're without a doubt already locked into a playoff spot, and I certainly expect them to probably go pretty deep in the playoffs this year. They're a very, very good team. Yes, we are at 20 likes. Thank you so much. Will Eichel's point streak end tonight? No, I think Buffalo does score in the third period, and it's probably going to be Jack Eichel that does it for the Sabres. He is by far Buffalo's best player. So anyway, while we're on commercial here, guys, I just want to remind everyone to please like the video if you haven't already. That really, really helps out a lot. Subscribe to the channel if you happen to be new. That is greatly, greatly appreciated as we continue to grow this channel and get bigger and bigger. And a reminder to everyone here in the chat, if you are able to donate, all funds raised through Super Chat tonight are going to Hockey Fights Cancer. I know I've talked about that a few times on social media and on the community tab, but tonight is the night. We are fighting with Oscar Lindblom. We are fighting with all of those affected by cancer. All of the money raised during tonight's stream will go to Hockey Fights Cancer. We've got a couple of donations already. Hopefully we get some more as the game goes along. But I want to thank you guys all so much for watching. And if you guys are able to donate, it would be greatly, greatly appreciated. Even if it's only $1 or 50 cents or something like that, every little bit counts. Oh, my God, Danny. Danny, thank you so much. Can we get a huge, huge hype up in the chat for Danny? That is absolutely incredible. $50 donation from Danny tonight, all going to Hockey Fights Cancer. That is greatly, greatly appreciated. Thank you so much. That is really incredible. That brings our total tonight to $55 for Hockey Fights Cancer. I cannot wait to give this donation. I'll obviously let you guys know on multiple platforms once the donation is made. I'll post screenshots and stuff like that. But thank you so much, Danny. That is absolutely huge. Yeah, just thank you so much, Danny. This is a very important cause, and we certainly the hearing about Oscar Lindblom last week was very, very tough, and very, very sorry for your loss, Danny, and thank you so much for your contribution tonight. And I mean, I don't know what to say. $50 donation just like that. That is absolutely incredible. Thank you so much. Hey, Spotlight Hockey, welcome to the stream, man. Thanks for watching. Yes, the Oilers did win last night. So let's see. Maddie gave $2. Sutton gave $3, and Danny gave $50. Man, it's not even the end of the game yet. Not even the end of the game yet. We already have $55 for Hockey Fights Cancer. Thank you guys for all of your support. Thank you to Danny, Maddie, and Sutton who have donated. It is greatly, greatly appreciated. And we are fighting for Oscar Lindblom tonight. We are fighting for all of those affected by cancer tonight. And I will be very, very happy to make a nice donation to Hockey Fights Cancer after this stream, courtesy of all of us together on this channel. I'm very, very sorry to hear that. I'm very, very sorry to hear that. As we got another Maple Leafs goal, and it is 3-0 Austin Matthews again. Austin Matthews again makes it 3-0 Toronto. I'm very sorry to hear that, Eddie, about your best friend. That's very, very tough. Yeah, cancer is just a devastating. All forms of cancer are just devastating disease, and it's something that we all are touched by in some way. And man, it's tough. I am very, very glad that we can come together and make a nice donation to Hockey Fights Cancer tonight. Yeah, the Maple Leafs tonight have looked very, very good. Buffalo is just doesn't really have an answer at this point. And the Maple Leafs now with 2:05 left in the second period have a 3-0 lead over the Sabres, and we're winding down the second period here. Another shot, nice save there by Ullmark, and things are getting a little pushing and shoving after the whistle here. The real first physicality at all in this game, as these are two of the softer teams in the NHL. I don't expect much physicality in this game, and there hasn't been so far, but there was a little bit of a push and shove match after that whistle there. So final 2 minutes ticking away now. Here comes Buffalo. I'm going to try and call some play-by-play for the rest of this period here as we head towards intermission. Minute 40 remaining. Buffalo keeps it in the offensive zone. Jake McCabe, long shot from the point, goes wide. Toronto now looking to exit their zone. No one's there at the point, and it goes all the way back down to the Buffalo end. Under a minute and a half remaining now. In the second period, Buffalo trying to get it back into the offensive zone. They have to go for a line change after they dump it in, and Toronto looks like they're going to be able to regroup. Under a minute now remaining in the second period. Buffalo in the neutral zone dumps it into the offensive end, down 3-0 to the Maple Leafs. They really would like to get a goal here in the final minute to get this to 3-1. So at least they're not down by as much heading into the third period. Toronto obviously just looking to maintain their lead at this point and head to the third with a healthy 3-goal lead. Hey, welcome back, Hockey News Reports. Thanks for tuning in. Really, really appreciate having you back here. Ooh, awkward fall there for one of the Maple Leafs players into the boards. Now with 20 seconds remaining in the period. Long shot from the point for Toronto. Block down in front. Marner gets it. Penalty coming up, and we have a penalty call on the Maple Leafs. Rasmus Dahlin looks like he's shaken up. He's flexing his arm like he got slashed. And we've got a penalty call on. No, he blocked that shot. Okay, that's why he was hurt. He blocked the shot there with his elbow. But we have a holding the stick call against John Tavares, I believe, of Toronto, maybe? Yeah, holding the stick on John Tavares there. So 12 seconds left in the period. Probably not much going to happen, but Buffalo is going to start the third period on the power play unless they score here in the final 10 seconds. Reinhart down the half wall, down to behind the net, back out to the point. Johansson at the point, back to Eichel. Eichel with a long shot, gets blocked, up and out of play. And that is the end of the second period. So it is 3-0 Toronto. At the end of the second period, we are now headed to intermission. The Buffalo Sabres will start the third period on the power play with about a minute 45 left on that power play. But anyway, we have the intermission to kill here, guys. Thank you so much for sticking with me and watching. We've raised $55 for Hockey Fights Cancer so far. Huge $50 donation from Danny. Thank you again for that, my man. That is absolutely incredible. But anyway, we've got some time to kill. We've got intermission. I moved the computer like I normally do. Let's check some scores from around the league. Before we do that, I just want to remind everyone to please like the video if you haven't already. Those thumbs up really do go a long way in getting more people in here. Subscribe to the channel if you happen to be new and watching. We're always looking to add more people to the community here and grow this channel as much as possible. And my third reminder is to everyone that if you can donate via Super Chat all donations tonight are going to Hockey Fights Cancer. We are fighting for Oscar Lindblom. We are fighting for all of those affected by cancer. We already have $55 donated. We hopefully can add to that through the third period of this game. And I will be making a nice donation to Hockey Fights Cancer for all the money donated in this chat, as well as my own personal donation after this game. So just want to remind everyone of that. If you're able to donate, I know not everyone is able to, but if you are, it would be greatly appreciated. Scores from around the league now. Kings and Bruins are tied 2-2. Maple Leafs and Sabres are 3-0 Maple Leafs in our game here. The Islanders and Predators are tied 3-3. Lightning and Senators are tied 3-3. Flyers are up 2-1 on the Ducks. Blue Jackets and Red Wings are tied 2-2, and the Hurricanes and Jets are tied 0-0 right now. Later tonight, we have the Penguins and Flames at 9 p.m. We have the Canadiens and Canucks at 10, the Wild and Golden Knights at 10, and the Coyotes and Sharks at 10:30. 11 games in total in the NHL tonight. Ottawa has been much better this year than I expected, and I absolutely do think that they're going to be good again sooner rather than later, I think, for sure. They've got some bright-looking youngsters going forward, to say the least, led by Brady Tkachuk and Thomas Chabot. But anyway, guys, hopefully we can keep the chat active as we are in intermission here, so we've got some time to kill for sure. Well, let me check. Yeah, their young players look very, very good, and they're putting up a great fight this year. They've won a lot more games than I thought they were going to, for sure. Yeah, Nashville and New York is now tied 3-3. Yeah, I'm with you on that, Danny, for sure. Vaughn says that he would hate to have that English teacher as his mom. I absolutely agree with you. It doesn't sound like that English teacher is a very nice person. Going to pour some more Pink Whitney here for intermission in the third period. This stuff is very, very good, guys. If you're of age, I would definitely suggest trying it. And, of course, it's the Spit and Chiclet guys drinks in a Barstool drink, so I always support that as well, as I'm a huge Barstool fan. But we're at intermission now. They're showing highlights from that first period, or from that second period, excuse me. Kyle is going to Nashville for Christmas. That's awesome, man. Have fun. Congratulations. And I've heard that that's a really nice city and a good fun place to go. So have a good time for sure, Kyle. Needs ice. Yeah, I need to go grab some ice for that drink. Hang on, guys. I'll be right back in a second. We're at intermission, so you guys can keep going in the chat. We'll have plenty to talk about when I get back. I'm just gonna go grab a couple of ice cubes, and I will be right back. Probably like 30 seconds tops. I'll be gone. And I'm back. That was quick. And let's see. Eddie hates Christmas. The Bruins have a power play. I'm going to move the computer back to its normal intermission spot. But that's all right. Boston's on the power play with a chance to take a lead in that game. Man, I am not going to be happy if the Bruins lose to the Kings. That would be, especially at home. That's a bad, bad loss if the Bruins lose to the Kings at home. Holy crap, where did this come from? The Predators are now up 5-3 on the Islanders. This game was literally 3-3 like 30 seconds ago. What is going on? Ekholm and Grimaldi score less than a minute apart. Wow, look at that. Just like that, the Predators now have a 5-3 lead. That came out of nowhere. See, I'm looking at the box scores here. See what's going on as far as who's scoring goals and whatnot. Flyers are up on the Ducks. That's good. That was one of my picks of the week. Red Wings have taken a 3-2 lead over the Blue Jackets. So the Red Wings with a lead over Columbus. Columbus just beat the Capitals, and now they're losing to the worst team in the league. It's crazy how things can change on a night-to-night basis in the NHL. Columbus beats Washington, the best team in the league, and now they're losing the next night 3-2 to the worst team in the league in Detroit. It's incredible. That would be very, very bad, Vaughn. I would not be happy if that was the case. Sorry, I'm just checking my phone here while we're at intermission, going through, looking at some different channel stuff. Well, that's good. All right, we've had a good number of views on this already. We're at 26 likes, which is nice. Want to thank you guys all for watching tonight and tuning in. Really, really appreciate it. We're already up to 26 likes. That is absolutely fantastic. Want to thank you all for that, and hopefully we have a great third period here. I know the game hasn't been spectacular. It's a 3-0 Maple Leafs lead right now. Toronto's pretty much been in control this entire game. They scored the first goal 2.5 minutes in, and it's really been all Maple Leafs since then. They've controlled the puck very well. They've obviously scored a few goals, and they've gotten, they've just been in control, and I don't want to say dominated, but they've been, the team that's had puck possession, that's had offensive chances, and Buffalo just really hasn't been able to get a whole lot going in this game. So we'll see how the third period goes. Obviously, you get Skinner and Eichel and Reinhart out there, and Buffalo is a team that can get some quick goals and strike back quickly. They just haven't really had it tonight. We'll see how the third period goes, but so, I'm sorry the game isn't a little bit closer, but still a big divisional matchup. And this is a big win. If Toronto is able to get this win, this is a big win for the Maple Leafs for sure. But anyway, that's not the only reason that this stream is special. I just want to remind everyone, if there's anyone new watching, that all donations via Super Chat during this stream tonight will be donated to Hockey Fights Cancer. I just want everyone to know that if you are able to donate, it would be greatly appreciated as we raise money for a great cause tonight and get a nice donation for Hockey Fights Cancer as we fight with Oscar Lindblom of the Philadelphia Flyers, who has been diagnosed with bone cancer, and everyone who's affected by cancer throughout the world. So, all right, let's see what Eddie says here. His senior high school English teacher used to excuse himself from class for 5 minutes, and then he would drive to the liquor store and drink in his car. That is ridiculous. Oh, my. I can't imagine how much trouble a teacher would get in for doing that now. Let's see. Mr. Rebel is in the chat. Hello. Thank you so much for tuning in. It's the defense that to be honest, Mr. Rebel, the best defense for Toronto tonight has been that they've controlled the puck for most of the game. Buffalo really hasn't gotten a whole lot going offensively. They haven't had a lot of puck possession. Toronto's really just controlled this game by controlling the puck, and they've obviously scored 3 goals. They're up 3-0. Buffalo just hasn't really been able to get anything going offensively. No, Vaughn, I do not watch Robot Chicken, unfortunately. And we have an update from the Winnipeg-Carolina game. That game is now 1-1, right about the end of the first period there. So Hurricanes and Jets are tied 1-1 right now. Yeah, that's a ridiculous story, Eddie. I mean, things were different back in the day, but I can't imagine a teacher leaving class, going to the liquor store and drinking in their car, and then going back to school. Like, a teacher would get in so much trouble for doing that nowadays. They'd be fired immediately. But we're at intermission here. We're also on commercial break, so not a whole lot going on tonight. Let's see. That Flames Penguins game should be starting in the next 20 minutes or so. That's a 9 o'clock start, probably 9:10 before the puck actually drops. So about 25 minutes away from puck drop there. Blue Jackets have tied up the game with the Red Wings. Blue Jackets now 3-3 with Detroit. Flyers and Ducks 2-1 Flyers at the end of the second. Predators, as I said, have the 5-3 lead over the New York Islanders at the end of the second. Senators and Lightning tied at 3, second intermission. I'm very surprised by that. I thought the Lightning would pretty, handily win that game. Kings and Bruins tied 2-2 at the end of the second. Another surprising score, as the Kings are one of the worst teams in the league, but Boston is having trouble with them. It's the second intermission, Mr. Rebel, between the second and third period. There's no game going on right now. They're in the locker room getting yelled at if you're the Buffalo Sabres. Toronto is probably like, let's just not blow this, and we get 2 big points in the standings. So if Toronto does hold this lead and win tonight, they go to 38 points, which will then knock them into a playoff spot and knock out the Florida Panthers and put them 1 point behind the Buffalo Sabres, who then would be at 39 points, 1 point ahead of Toronto, with the same number of games played at 35 after this game. So the standings I don't know why I can't talk. The standings in the Atlantic Division are very, very tight right now. Boston's kind of up ahead at the top pretty much on their own, and then Detroit is very well down at the bottom, but all those teams in the middle, Buffalo, Florida, Toronto, Montreal, Tampa Bay, they are all right on top of each other, very, very close in points. Buffalo's at 39, Florida's at 37, Toronto's at 36, Montreal's at 36, and Tampa Bay's at 35. That is a lot of teams very, very close to each other, all within 4 points. There's still a lot to be determined as far as who's a playoff team and who isn't in the Eastern Conference. Oh, Jesus, Eddie. Those are some vintage stories right there. Wow. So, yeah, I guess things used to definitely be different back in the day. People got away with a lot more stuff. Vaughn, I think you should be able to listen to whatever you want, man. And I know you want to go back to your old school, but I don't know if that's going to happen, man. You might just have to make the best of it at your new school, dude. But you can listen to whatever you want, man. Yes, if the Maple Leafs win in regulation tonight, which right now they have a 3-0 lead heading into the third period, if the Leafs win in regulation, they will be 1 point behind Buffalo with the same number of games played, 35. So this is a big win for Toronto if they're able to get it. A very, very big win. It's going to be very, very tough. Right now, looking at the way things are right now, I think there's a good chance that Toronto could maybe miss the playoffs this year. Hutchinson is not cutting it as a backup goaltender. They have got to address that. They are not going to make the playoffs if they keep pushing Freddie Anderson this hard and have no backup goaltender that can get wins. And I think the Lightning are going to improve. I think Buffalo's here, where they are and going to fight for a playoff spot. Florida, I think, is going to fight for a playoff spot. I think it's going to be difficult for Toronto to make the playoffs at this point. They certainly can, but they need to address the backup goaltender situation. They have got to find a way to start winning some games in bunches here. And we'll see what happens. They could be starting tonight with a big divisional win against a team ahead of them in the standings. If Toronto can hold this lead, this is a huge win for the Maple Leafs and very, very important as far as the standings go. A big-time divisional win over a tough opponent that's ahead of them. So it's going to be tough for Toronto. It's going to be tough for all of those teams in the Atlantic that are fighting for those playoff spots. It's going to be a dogfight all year long. But Toronto, I really think, needs to address the backup goaltender situation. Wow, geez, Eddie, it sounds like fun times back in the 80s, man. Oh, man, I don't even know. I would look for any upgrade at the goaltender position. I don't know who. Maybe I don't know. The problem is the cap situation for Toronto. They are right up against the salary cap. So making a move is not going to be easy for them because of the money. But they in my mind has got to find a way to get a better backup goaltender in there. But anyway, we're back underway. Puck is dropped in the third period. Power play for the Sabres that carries over from the end of that second period. We'll see if Buffalo can get back into this game on the power play. Anything Toronto can do to upgrade their defense and goaltending, I would do, because I think that's what it's going to take for them to make the playoffs. 100%. 100%, Danny. I think Tampa Bay is a team that absolutely has to win now. They are right up against the salary cap. They've got a team that has to win now. I mean it's cup time for the Tampa Bay Lightning, and if they don't do it, in the next couple of years, I don't think they're going to do it with this group. So 100%, Tampa Bay has got to be a desperate team that's in win now mode. If you want to call Von's school, go for it. It doesn't really matter to me. But yeah, go for it if you want, as Buffalo is now set up on the power play in the offensive zone, trying to get the puck across. They do, but not easily. Back to the point. Rasmus Dahlin playing the point. Steven with the $2 donation. We add that to the total donos tonight. Thank you so much, Steven. Thank you so much. And Buffalo scores right as the donation comes in. Buffalo scores, and it's now 3-1. We're adding that. We now have $57 tonight donated for Hockey Fights Cancer. So thank you so much to all who have donated. Steven with the latest one. Danny earlier. It's okay, Steven. Thank you so much for your generosity. Every little bit counts. We had Danny earlier, Sutton and Maddie in the first period. Steven now adds to our donations. We are up to $57 donated tonight for Hockey Fights Cancer. So thank you so much, Steven. It is greatly appreciated. And now it's now a 3-1 game. Buffalo did score on that power play. So it's 3-1 Maple Leafs now. Let's see. Welcome to the stream, Trevor. Thank you so much for watching. He says that he hopes the Leafs don't cave. We'll see. 18 minutes left in the third period. Maple Leafs lead now at 2 goals. Buffalo bringing into the offensive zone. They dump it out of play. Derek also in the stream. Thank you so much for donating or for being here, Derek. Thank you so much. Greatly appreciated as always. And remember, guys, to please like and subscribe if you are new to the channel. It is greatly, greatly appreciated and helps us grow here. And also, as I've talked about, but some of you might be new, everything donated tonight during the stream. Danny with another $3. Thank you so much, man. Everything donated via Super Chat tonight will be donated to Hockey Fights Cancer. We are fighting tonight for Oscar Lindblom of the Philadelphia Flyers, who has been diagnosed with bone cancer, and everyone who is affected by cancer in their lives. We are hoping to make a nice donation after this stream to Hockey Fights Cancer. So everything that's donated, I will send there, as well as a personal donation myself. So Danny with another dono. Get some hype up in the chat for Danny and Steven, guys, with their donations. Thank you so much. And we are now up to $60 for Hockey Fights Cancer tonight. Thank you, guys. That is absolutely awesome. Thank you, guys, so much. Really, really, really appreciated. So we're down now. 17 minutes remaining in the third period. Toronto breaking out of their own zone through the neutral zone now. They dump it into the Buffalo end. Puck gets knocked down, and I believe it was offsides, and we're going to have a whistle here as that puck got knocked down right at the blue line. So Toronto came into the third period with a 3-0 lead. Buffalo had that power play to start the period, which they scored on to get this to a 3-1 game, but obviously still a long way to go if you're the Buffalo Sabres. They're still down by 2 with less than a period of hockey left. So they need to keep applying the pressure here and get some more goals as now they go in offsides, and we're going to have another quick whistle here. Jesus, Vaughn, I don't think it's very smart to be putting the address of your school on YouTube. I'd be careful with that, man. That's kind of giving out some big-time personal information. I would definitely not do that, Vaughn. I would probably retract that chat there. No, nice defensive play there by Buffalo at the blue line to poke check it away, and now they come back the other way through the neutral zone. But Jake Muzzin does a nice job standing up and takes the puck back. Takes the puck back for the Maple Leafs. Maple Leafs now in the offensive zone. Yeah, Vaughn, I'm going to delete that. You should not be putting that information out on, I can't, oh yeah, all right, retract that. You should not be putting information like that out on the internet. I just feel like that's not a smart thing to do. You have no idea who's watching this secretly or who could come back and watch this stream later or tomorrow and do something with that information. So I would not give out your school address like that, man. The internet can be a bad place sometimes. So Buffalo dumps that puck in now. Toronto looking to exit their zone quickly. They do. Yeah, I mean, that endangers everyone at your school, not just you. That endangers your entire school, really. Bada Bing says, go Bruins. I'm with you on that, man, as a Bruins fan for sure. I know they're in a 2-2 game. Breakaway and a goal. Beautiful 5-hole backhander. And the Maple Leafs score to make it 4-1. 4-1, Maple Leafs go back up by 3. I almost spelled Maple Leafs wrong. That would have been embarrassing. Timashov with a beautiful breakaway goal for Toronto. Backhand 5-hole on Ullmark. And he just blew right by Rasmus Ristolainen and tucked it in 5-hole, and that's it. Derek, I wouldn't talk. The Lightning are tied with the Senators right now, so it's not like that's much better. But Timashov with a big goal there for Toronto, and the Maple Leafs regain their 3-goal lead, now up 4-1 on the Buffalo Sabres. So it's starting to look more and more like Toronto is going to win this game, and this is a big, big win for the Maple Leafs, as this now gets them within 1 point of Buffalo for second place in the Atlantic Division with the same number of games played. Yeah, Steven, I saw the Islanders were leading. The Islanders were up, and then all of a sudden I checked the score again, and it was 5-3. It was 5-3, and I was like, what? Predators came out of nowhere to take a decent lead in that game. Now the puck. Buffalo now bringing it in, trying to forecheck, but Toronto's able to get it out. 3-on-2 coming out for the Maple Leafs. Back check here for Buffalo, not very strong from Sam Reinhart. He should have been back checking a little harder than that. But anyway, no goal for the Sabres. Now Eichel the other way, and he scores! Jack Eichel extends his point streak. I believe, what's that now, 17 games for Jack Eichel with a point. And Jack Eichel makes it 4-2. Buffalo scores again. So Buffalo gets back within 2 on a beautiful snipe from Eichel. Top corner over the blocker on Freddie Anderson. And just like that, it's a 2-goal game again. 18 games in a row for Eichel. That is absolutely incredible. His 24th goal of the season. 24th goal for Jack Eichel. I did the video last week. Jack Eichel is an absolute superstar. Not enough people talk about him. He doesn't get enough credit. He doesn't get enough credit for the absolute stellar player that he is. He is an absolute superstar in this league. And almost single-handedly carrying the Buffalo Sabres offensively. Here comes Buffalo now out of their own zone again. Bringing into the Toronto end. This could get dicey here for the Maple Leafs if they give up another goal. Anderson gloves it there and gets the whistle with 13 minutes remaining. Yeah, welcome back, Hockey News Reports, and I agree. Eichel has been absolutely incredible this season. Bada Bing says Ike Meister. Yeah, he's been unreal this season. Very, very good. Very, very good for Buffalo. My go-to move, fake a forehand shot, pull it backhand top corner. That was always my go-to breakaway move, THG. Yeah, Vaughn should not share personal information here, but THG, that was always my go-to move. I'd fake the forehand shot. Hang on, you guys can't really see, but I'd fake the forehand shot, pull it backhand, and go high over the shoulder on the backhand. That was my breakaway move almost every time. Bruins up 3-2. Thank you for the update, Danny. There we go. That is absolutely fantastic. Bruins take the 3-2 lead over the Kings. Let's see. Hall to debut tonight on a line with Christian Dvorak and Phil Kessel. Yes, that was the news earlier today. Taylor Hall will be making his Arizona Coyotes debut tonight against the San Jose Sharks. First game since the trade. We'll see how he looks in a Coyotes uniform. Would you throw in a bicycle kick? Yeah. I did the leg lift. I would always do the leg lift when I faked the shot. That was always a part of it. I dip the shoulder and do the leg lift and then pull it backhand and go top corner on the backhand. It was a fun time. Gaming sports fan, it is 4-2 Toronto. Buffalo has scored a couple of goals in this period, but Toronto still maintains a 4-2 lead, a 2-goal lead here, with just under 13 minutes remaining in the third period now. No, NFL Nation, both NFL Nation and Vaughn should both stop talking about personal stuff and just don't share any more information. I don't want anyone getting in trouble or anything bad happening. Eichel is the reason that Buffalo is in a playoff spot right now, without a doubt. Eichel is the reason that without Jack Eichel, Buffalo would not be in the playoffs right now, without a doubt. And yeah, having a star player like that is hugely important. Anyway, offensive zone faceoff here for the Maple Leafs. Buffalo wins it and looks to exit their zone. 12 minutes remaining in the third period through the neutral zone. Toronto now regrouping in their own end. Matthews through the middle, and that puck's behind the other forward there, not able to do anything with it, and Buffalo comes back the other way. Shot blocker to side by Freddie Anderson, and Toronto looks to exit their zone once again, which they do, and Morgan Riley dumps it all the way into behind the Buffalo net, where the Sabres now are going to look to break out. I wouldn't put your school address out on the internet, Vaughn. You don't want people knowing that, really. So both teams are changing lines here. Travis Dermott has the puck behind his net as we just stop and regroup here. Now Dermott comes up through the neutral zone, skating the puck, dumps it into the Buffalo end. Unable to do anything with it. However, the Maple Leafs in Buffalo now exits their zone out the other way. Under 11 minutes remaining now in the third period. 4-2 Toronto. Very important game for the Maple Leafs tonight, to say the least, and it's good to see them winning. Hey, Hot Take Hockey's in the chat. Thank you so much for watching, man. Really, really appreciate it. Glad to have you here, John, as always. And welcome to the stream. Hope you enjoy it for sure, man. On ticking down towards 10 minutes left in the third period, Toronto with the 4-2 lead over the Buffalo Sabres. If Toronto wins this game in regulation, they will be 1 point behind Buffalo for second place in the Atlantic Division. So this is a big game for both of these teams. Certainly for Toronto, with a chance to pull themselves back into playoff position here. I've always, oh boy. Oh no, Eichel with another chance there, but unable to put it in. This has been, Jack Eichel is, he's cooking right now. He's cooking in this third period. Eichel's looked dangerous for Buffalo. And with the season he's having, he's someone that you definitely got to keep an eye on if you're Toronto's defense. Do not let Eichel in a prime scoring area because he's probably going to probably put it in the net. Anyway, we're at commercial break here. I've always been a Bruins fan. Hockey News Reports. I'm from Massachusetts, so they're my hometown team. My whole family's Bruins fan, so I was just born into being a Bruins fan. And no, I will never be a Habs fan. Anyway, let's see. Let's check some scores from around the league while we're at commercial break here. The Bruins have a 3-2 lead over the Kings. Maple Leafs up 4-2 in our game here. 3-3 still between the Lightning and Senators. Predators up 5-3 on the Islanders. Flyers up 3-1 on the Ducks. Blue Jackets and Red Wings tied 3-3 right now. Hurricanes and Jets tied 1-1. And the Penguins and Flames are underway, tied 0-0 as that game's just getting started. So a lot of action around the league tonight, 11 games in total. Let's see. Yeah, Eichel, 17-game point streak now. He's just so good. Thank you. I'm glad you enjoyed the Eichel video. He is so good. And really having a monster year this year, and no one's really talking about him. Buffalo would not be in a playoff position right now without Jack Eichel playing the way that he is playing. He's basically carried this team offensively. And he's an absolute superstar, and I don't think he's necessarily getting the credit that he deserves yet in the league. I just think he's one of the top players in the league, and people aren't talking about it. No, there is absolutely nothing that could make me a Montreal Canadiens fan, Hockey News Reports. Absolutely nothing. It's just not possible. I'm a Bruins fan through and through. So Buffalo here in the offensive zone, trying to, obviously get another goal to get this game down to 1. They need 2 more before to force overtime. That's a hand pass, and they do call it. Hand pass there against Buffalo. The face-off's going to come out to the neutral zone. 6-3 now. Islanders down to the Predators. That game's just about over. Tough loss there, THG. Unfortunate for you Islanders fans, but hey, can't win them all, and I still think the Islanders are a very, very good team. Let's see. Eddie says that when he skates, you put a counterclockwise spin on the puck, and then you shoot and chop it from the other side, and the puck will curve in the air. Wow. I've actually never tried that, but that's really cool, Eddie. I got to try that next time I'm on the ice. I've never tried that, but I'm definitely going to now when I get the chance to play again. Anyway, we're now down to about 8.5 minutes left in the third period here. Toronto maintaining their 4-2 lead in the offensive zone now against Buffalo. We'll see. This will be a big 2 points for the Maple Leafs if they're able to get it. Players get kicked out of the face-off generally when they cheat on the face-off, which means if they don't square up, you're supposed to be square to the other person. But if you start to turn, then the ref will throw you out. If you go early and you just do your normal face-off motion, but if you go early, the ref will kick you out. It's like ticky-tack face-off rules, and the linesman will throw you out if you break those rules. But half the players cheat on face-offs anyway. It's really annoying when it happens, but it does from time to time. It's usually for going too early and trying to get an unfair advantage over the opponent on the face-off, as Allmark makes a save on that long shot there with 7.5 minutes left in the third period. Yeah, no problem, Steven, for sure. So I just want to remind everyone, if you're watching and are new, to please subscribe to the channel. That greatly helps out and is appreciated as we look to grow this channel. If you haven't already, please hit that like button and give this video a thumbs up. Would love to see this stream get over 30 likes tonight. That would be absolutely awesome. And a reminder that all Super Chat donations from tonight's stream will be donated to Hockey Fights Cancer. We are fighting for Oscar Lindblom and all of those affected by cancer tonight. So we already have $60 donated, which is absolutely incredible. And maybe we can add a little bit to that as this game comes to a close. All donations will be going to Hockey Fights Cancer, along with my personal donation tonight. So we're here raising money for a great cause. And if you're able to donate, it would be greatly appreciated. Buffalo now regrouping in their own zone with under 7 minutes left. They still need 2 goals to force overtime in this game. Down 4-2. The stove is making noise again. I'm going to go try and fix that. I'll be gone for just a second, guys. I'll be right back. I'm going to try and fix that rattling noise in the background. All right, hopefully we're all set with that now and it won't make any more noise. That's funny, Eddie, because they fart near the refs. Hey, awesome. There we go, Steven. Thank you so much. No, don't put up a bunch of bogus game scores. Come on. I got the NHL app right here. I can Yeah, you got caught. I have the NHL app right here, so I definitely would know if it was fake or not. I'll do one more run through of games from around the league once we get the next commercial break, which should be coming up probably at the next whistle, unless it's an icing, because we're down under 5.5 minutes left. Buffalo trying to keep it in the offensive zone. They cannot. Dahlin has to regroup in the neutral zone. Buffalo, though, gets it right back in. Oh, good chance here for the Sabres in the middle. Huge save and they score. Freddie Anderson made the original save, but the Sabres score on the rebound, and it's now a 1-goal game. Buffalo within 1. Wow. Buffalo within 1 now. This is getting interesting. This is getting very, very interesting. Remember, the Leafs had a 3-0 lead when this period started. It is now 4-3, and they are hanging on for dear life as we tick down to the final 5 minutes of this third period. Oof, that is not a good look for the Islanders. Just a rough night for the Islander boys tonight. 7-3 Nashville. That is a rough go for sure. And this thing's making noise again. Oh my God, it's annoying. Anyway, Buffalo here within 1 goal now. And a great chance. Nice save there by Freddie Anderson. And good job by the Leafs D to clear that rebound out. Buffalo looks very dangerous here. They are swarming in the Toronto end. Eichel with a backhand chance and a save by Anderson. Yeah, this finish is going to be nuts. Eichel now in the offensive zone. Good defense there from... We got a penalty coming up. Not good defense. We've got a holding call against Toronto. Buffalo's about to go on the power play with 4.5 minutes left, only down by 1 now. This game was 3-0 Maple Leafs at the start of the third period. It's now 4-3 Maple Leafs with under 5 minutes left, and Buffalo's about to get a power play. This could be a wild end to this game here. Wow, I did not see this coming. I thought this game was over at 3-0. I was like, all right, Toronto's going to take this one, a nice home win. against a divisional opponent for them, and they're on the verge of blowing it. This is absolutely insane. Wow. All right. So we're at commercial break here before this power play. Let's check other scores for one last time around the league here. Bruins still up 3-2 over the Kings in the third period. Obviously, our game now is 4-3 Maple Leafs with 4.5 minutes left. Senators and Lightning are still tied 3-3. Predators have taken a 7-3 lead over the Islanders, so it looks like the Preds are going to take the win in that one. The Flyers have a 3-1 lead over the Ducks. The Blue Jackets and Red Wings are tied 3-3. The Hurricanes have a 2-1 lead over the Winnipeg Jets. And the Penguins and Flames are tied 0-0. Later tonight, we still have the Canadiens and Canucks at 10 p.m., the Wild and Golden Knights at 10 p.m., and the Coyotes and Sharks at 10:30. So 11 games in total and a pretty busy night for the NHL. But what a finish we are going to have here between the Maple Leafs and Sabres as Buffalo looks to tie this game now on the power play with 4.5 minutes left. Trevor says the Leafs love blowing leads. They do. They don't have a great defense, and that's showing up here in the third period for sure. Von Sal had his own stream tonight for a college basketball game, so he might be able to come in at the end. He's not sure whenever his game ends, but he's not here for right now. Trevor, you'll have to ask him that. I am not sure, but I have been planning on doing this game for a while, and then when the Oscar Lindblom news hit, I decided to make it a Hockey Fights Cancer game. So all the money donated tonight, if you're new and happen to be watching, everything donated tonight through Super Chat will be given to Hockey Fights Cancer after this stream is done. As the Sabres go in offsides there, I'm just going to turn this off. Thing will not stop making noise, so I'm just turning it off. Funny there, Trevor. No, I cannot show the game. So Buffalo takes their timeout here. They just went offsides entering the zone, and we'll have an offensive zone neutral zone face-off, coming up. But Buffalo uses a timeout here. They know they probably need to score on this power play if they're going to come back and tie this game. This is their best opportunity to do so. So they're using the timeout, looking to get something set up here and maybe knot this up at 4. There's Sal. He's here in the chat. Thank you so much for tuning in, Sal. That's my best friend behind the arc basketball there. Be sure to check his channel out if you enjoy basketball. He also has a football channel where he does play-by-play called Final Yard Football. But welcome to the stream, Sal. Thank you so much for tuning in and watching. Really, really appreciate it. And we are going to have a heck of a finish here between the Maple Leafs and Sabres. This game was over. It was 3-0 Maple Leafs at the start of the third period, but it's now 4-3. Leafs with holding on to a 1-goal lead. Huge hit on Sam Reinhart by Jake Muzzin. Wow, that is absolutely the biggest hit we've seen in this game tonight. Jake Muzzin just absolutely leveled Sam Reinhart there. 45 seconds left on the power play. Buffalo needs a goal to tie this up, and they know it. Oof. Embarrassing loss for PC tonight. That's rough. That is not what you want to see as a PC fan, Sal, for sure. All right, under 30 seconds now left on the power play. Leafs trying to kill it off and maintain their 1-goal lead. Buffalo knows that they need to score here in the final 3 minutes to get this to overtime. 15 seconds left now. Buffalo setting up in the offensive zone. They have an empty net Olmark is out of the goal, and they turn it over, and that's going to be an empty net goal for the Leafs, shorthanded, and it's 5-3 Toronto. Horrible turnover by the Buffalo Sabres, and Toronto nets the empty netter to take a 2-goal lead again. Wow. And Buffalo's comeback chances appear to be dashed just like that. Brutal turnover by the Sabres in the offensive zone, and a easy breakaway empty netter for the Maple Leafs. Wow. Buffalo's comeback chances gone just like that. Awful turnover. Turnover. Wow. So that does it for the power play as it's now killed off. The Sabres are back down by 2 goals, and it's 5-3. They'll look to get Olmark off the ice quickly again, although I do think it's very unlikely that they come back in this game now. And Toronto looks like they're going to hang on and get 2 points out of this game. And that is a big 2 points for the Maple Leafs, who now will move into only being 1 point behind Buffalo for second place in the Atlantic Division right now, if they are able to win this game in regulation, which it certainly looks like they are on pace to do right now, as we're now under 2 minutes remaining in the third. Toronto keeps it in the offensive zone here. Nice save there by Olmark on a bad angle shot. Buffalo struggling to even get it out of their own zone. Now they finally do. Can they dump it all the way into the offensive zone? It goes up and out of play, and we get a whistle with 1:35 remaining. So we are ticking down to the end of the game here. You know, Danny, I absolutely think that the coaching change for the Maple Leafs absolutely did some good. Babcock was not well liked. He was not the guy for that job. 100%, I think, going to Sheldon Keefe was the right move, and Toronto's played better under Keefe. They've played it better under Keefe, and this is a big win for them for sure. They needed this one. This is a big divisional win for the Maple Leafs. Yeah, I do not like Mike Babcock, and I was pretty happy to see him get fired. So empty net now for Buffalo, under a minute remaining. They're down by 2 goals. Very unlikely that they're going to come back at this point. With that being said, I just want to remind everyone to please hit that like button and give the video a thumbs up if you haven't already. It greatly helps out the channel. If you're new and happen to be watching, please hit that subscribe button to follow along for all my hockey content this season. And lastly, this is going to be the last call for donations. All money donated during tonight's game goes to Hockey Fights Cancer. We are fighting for Oscar Lindblom. We are fighting for all of those affected by cancer. As I stated earlier last week, that all money donated during this game is going to Hockey Fights Cancer. So we're coming down to the end of the game here. We've had $60 donated so far. So thank you all so much for your donations to this point. If there's any last minute people that would like to donate, now is the time to do it. I will be making that donation tonight as soon as this stream ends. We are done. The game is over. Toronto wins in regulation 5-3. So that's going to do it for this game. So anyway, yeah, if anyone is able to donate, please do it now through Super Chat. You see that box with the $sign on it. Just click that, and you can donate. I believe you need a credit card to do it. But we've made $60 so far, which is absolutely incredible. That will be donated. Tonight to Hockey Fights Cancer. I will post screenshots and all that of the amount and everything later. So I told you guys that I would do a personal donation. So basically what happens is we've had $60 donated through Super Chat. YouTube is going to take 30% of that because that's just whatever you guys donate through Super Chat, I get. 70%, YouTube takes 30%. So that means that only, hang on, let me do the math here. 70%. That means 42 of the $60 I am going to get from this stream. So for my personal donation, what I'm going to do, that means $18 gets taken from YouTube. For this personal donation, what I'm going to do, I am going to cover the 30% taken from YouTube, so the $18, plus another $7 for a $25 personal donation. So that means that the total amount that we will be donating from the $60 that you guys donated, plus the additional $7 that I am donating, is going to be $67 tonight for Hockey Fights Cancer. So that's awesome, guys. I wasn't really sure how this was going to go. I didn't know how many people would donate or whatnot, or how much, but I'm really happy with that. So we will be making, you know what? I'm just going to round it off to 70, get a nice round number there. So I will be making a $70 donation. The $60 that you guys donated throughout the night tonight, plus a donation of my own, $70 total from this stream will be going to Hockey Fights Cancer. So that is absolutely awesome, guys. Thank you all so much. And I'm going to end the stream now. Remember to like and subscribe if you haven't already. Great stream tonight, guys. And hopefully see you at the next one. The next one is going to be Thursday night for Bruins and Islanders. That should be a good game. So Thursday night, 7 p.m., just a couple of nights from now, we're doing another live stream. So hopefully see you there. With that, thank you guys for watching. Remember to like and subscribe. Any last-minute donations for Hockey Fights Cancer, please get in the chat right now. I'll give you like 10 more seconds. And then I'm going to end it. Good night, guys. Thank you all for watching, and hopefully talk to you soon. All right, that's going to do it, guys. See you guys later. Thank you.